Well, hey, Becoming Me, I'm so excited to introduce you to my warrior friend, Jazmin. Jazmin, welcome to Becoming Me.
Hey, ladies. Thank you for having me.
Oh my goodness, the pleasure is definitely mine. And thank you so much for sharing your story with us. And I mean, let's kick off this party today by just sharing who is Jazmin.
That is such a good one. Because we are all so many things. So many things. But I will very first say I am embracing the creation that God has designed for me to become. So I'm a child of God, and He's blessed me to become a mother to 3 little queens. And I'm just a woman that is embracing this journey and really truly learning what that means.
I love that. How old are your queens?
My little mini queen, aka princess, same thing. So the oldest is 19. She's down in Florida with you at college.
What school did you go to?
She's at Bethune-Cookman University down in Daytona Beach.
That's so cool. That's actually pretty close to where I am. That's awesome.
I Googled it.
Yes.
I was like, I wonder how close Emily is, just in case I ever need.
Yes. I love that.
And then the other 2 ladies are 9 and 4. And that 4-year-old, she is like all 3 of them combined.
I love it. That's amazing. Very cool. Well, they are very blessed to have you as their mom leading the way. That's for sure. So, absolutely. Well, let's dive into your story. You talked a little bit about, as you shared who you were, that you're a woman on this becoming journey. You're discovering what that means for Jazmin. So, what's your story? What has made you who you are today?
That's beautiful. Well, I'm from Southern California, and I was raised in a single-parent home. So I kind of have the traditional American story in the sense that half of families divorced. So I'm was part of the divorce half. And seen a lot of unfavorable things growing up, and made different decisions throughout life, some good, some bad. Like I went to college, but then I also became a teenage mom and got married young and thinking I was doing the right thing, and really ended up in a relationship that was bad, not just for me, but for both of us. And I came to had one of those coming to Jesus meetings with myself after being with my high school sweetheart almost 20 years, that I was just living a lie. And I decided to shatter every ideal that kept me in a situation that wasn't good for me, and open my heart to the healing and to where God really wanted me to be in my life, and being open to not just the good stuff, but the bad stuff, because all of it makes us better, and we won't ever fully experience life with a closed heart. So I had to not really put my fears aside, look at them and talk about them and move through them, not around them, but push through them. And that's kind of what birthed my book, which is how we connected on Instagram, was because of this book I wrote. And the main character, she's shaped after my life story.
That's incredible. I love it. I know when I received your message, I was like, this is really cool. And then I just knew we had to meet and share your story with Becoming Me. Where, if somebody right now is like, oh my goodness, Jazmin has a book, where could they go order your book?
Well, Love Incorruptible, A Woman's Reflective Journey to Freedom. You can also just type in Love Incorruptible. And if for some reason you're like, how do I spell that word incorruptible? It came out of Ephesians chapter 6, verse 24. And you can find me on lulu.com, which is who I self-publish through, or Amazon, which is, everybody knows Amazon. So yeah, you can order it online now. And if you want to know what it looks like, just in case Emily, I figured Emily had her copy, but I would give you a visual.
Yes, I have mine right in my office. I'm in a different office filming today, but I have it, and I was so excited when I got the package in the mail, you guys. Like, the rest of my team was jealous, so I sent them to where to go to get the book. You know, are you a coffee drinker?
All right, I have 1 cup so far. It's about 9:40 here.
Oh yeah, because you're on Pacific Coast time.
Mm-hmm,
Yep.
mm-hmm.
So it's 12:40 where I'm at while we're filming right now, and so I've had like 4 cups of coffee, but
Nice.
it's 12:40, so I don't know. But so if you're having coffee with another woman on her own becoming journey, what would you do to encourage her?
Oh my gosh, I would say learn to listen to your spirit, your first mind. Like, do whatever it takes to get back to that small voice, discovering it. Because I think life, and as a woman with all of our responsibilities, that small voice can get trampled on over time. And so I would say find it again and listen to it. Listen to it. And trust that whatever outcome that comes from you listening to it, whether it's favorable or not, know that it is good for you and it was meant for you, whatever that outcome is. That's what I would say.
Good. That's so good. You know, and I didn't even ask you if I could ask this before, so if you don't want to answer, it's cool.
Nope, I'm down.
Okay. So when you talk about getting back to that voice and listening to it, what are some practical ways that have helped you, Jazmin? So when you're in the thick of like being away from that voice, what's helped you come back to it? Like some of the tangible steps you take. Does that make sense?
Absolutely. First, like being aware that I'm far away from it.
Yeah.
Like, this doesn't feel right to me. Like, I'm in a situation and I kind of just am doing it for other people, or I'm kind of like doing it out of fear. So I know that that's not in alignment with my voice if I'm feeling that way, if I just don't feel good about the situation. And so how I get back to it is, number one, like being aware that I'm far away from it. And then I pray, like, Lord, clearly I'm far away from you and the voice that you have, blessed me to listen to. Like, I'm not with it right now. So help me get with it. Like, lead me back to you. Like, get me back on track. And so I ask for help. And then I wait and listen and be open to receive. Because when you ask, you have to stop and wait, pause long enough to hear the answer. Sometimes we ask for things. I know I do this. Ask for things, and then I'm turning around and I'm on to the next question or scattered on to the next thing. I didn't even wait for the answer. Yeah. So after you ask, wait for it, and then take action on what you heard.
That is so good. Thank you for sharing some tangible steps, because it's so important for us to be in tune with that voice.
Yes.
And then when we get off track, to come back. And you're 100% right. After you ask God, you got to pause to listen. Too easy for us to be like, hey, God, what is it? Bring me back. But then we're just still so busy going and doing that we can't hear.
Yeah. And it's so impatient. I mean, we live in a microwave society where we've been conditioned to want things and expect things to come fast. Yeah. And so it's like patience is a lost art. And when you're on your Becoming Me journey, patience is definitely one of the virtues that you will learn at some point in time. And I've also noticed that my lessons are for an opportune time. Like, there's a specific time, like, Lord, I can tell you really want me to like be working on my patience right now. Like, I get it. Like, for me right now is listening.
Yeah. Oh, I'm with you there for sure. We're on the same track. So, yeah.
I always have something bright to say, okay?
Yes.
But it's equally, if not more important for me to listen to the bright things you have to say.
Yep.
I was listening to a podcast the other day called Stonecutters. Okay. 2 African-American males. They're both artists and Christians as well. And one of the things, Will Catlett is the actor that's on the podcast, and he said one of the number one keys to being successful is listening, learning the art of listening.
So true. listening to others, to God, to ourselves. Yes, I am with you.
Preach, Emily, preach.
Girl, you are awesome. Like, I've loved just chatting with you. You inspire me. Your book inspires me. How you're training up your 3 queens inspires me. And just how you relentlessly are pursuing becoming Jazmin. And that's a really big deal. So thank you for just sharing the gift of you. I appreciate it.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate you allowing me to share with your platform and just to give it back to you, because that's important and I want to. What you're doing is absolutely amazing by creating a platform, listening to your small voice and the voice of God, because you staying on your purpose helps me to stay on my purpose. We meet on the road of purpose together. Absolutely. But that's because you're in line. So thank you for being obedient.
Well, thank you, girl. All right, for all of you watching, we'll have links to even what Jazmin shared about ordering her book, how you can connect with her and stay in her journey. So please, please do. And Jazmin, thank you for sharing your story. You rock.
Yay, you rock too. Nice to meet you, all the Becoming family, and hope to meet you guys soon in person. You never know. We might do something live.
That would be awesome. Y'all heard it here first.